The jingle bells are jingling. That's my necklace. We're broadcasting live from Mobile Relay Associates,
Yay.
a special edition of the Morning Answer. I'm Jennifer Horn. Grant Stinchfield is out today, but super happy to be joined by my friend Larry Moreno, who is, of course, our newsman extraordinaire.
Ooh.
And also here, not only doing the show, but also still doing the news from our mobile newsroom.
All at once. And by the way,
amazing.
You normally hear people applaud as we're on the air, but it's so cold, they all kind of have their
Can we get some applause from our crowd here?
Let me show that there's actually people here,
That's
listeners to the Morning Answer who have, braved the cold to come on out to today's Chips for Kids toy drive, brought to you by Mobile Relay Associates, California's leading two-way radio professionals. We're located at 15330 Vermont Avenue, City of Paramount. Come on by. The cross streets are between Garfield Avenue and Paramount Boulevard off Somerset Boulevard. Bring a toy. Bring a new toy, unwrapped, and you're going to be helping out Chips for Kids is what's going on. They take these toys, the chips, and they use them and give them to local kids in the community.
Yeah, the CHP does such a fantastic job every single year throughout the state collecting toys that stay in the communities, and they give them to kids who aren't going to have a Christmas without them. And it's just a really great program. So come on out if you can. Your generosity, always appreciated. We know times are tough, but a gift card, a toy, a game, Lego game sets. We've got Coco Melon over on the table. Bring it out to Mobile Relay Associates. We are starting to really see a lot of toys piling up on that table. 15330 Vermont Avenue, making Santa pretty happy.
Yeah,
now.
here's Santa in the background.
Now, the reason we are having so much fun today is the hospitality of Mobile Relay Associates, Mark Abrams, and all of the Marks that work here. It's funny because everybody that works here is actually named Mark. I think it's a prereq. I don't know. But Mark Abrams is a huge supporter of the station. He comes to all of our events. We've seen him. I mean, I feel like it's an old friend. And we're here today to collect toys and to celebrate the holiday season. And Mark Abrams, thank you for your generous hospitality.
We're glad to be able to do it.
And you have the best hats in the business.
Yes,
You've already
we do.
showed me a few of these hats. Is this like your brand? Is this your thing? Or is this just, are you the hat guy?
Well, I have a collection of funny hats. There's probably about 50 hats in the collection. I brought a half a dozen of them here today.
Will you tell us what we've seen so far?
Well, let's see now.
You got me to give you a kiss on the cheek. So you were wearing a frog hat, and then when I kissed you on the cheek, you turned into my prince.
That's right.
Yeah, and now you're a magician.
I don't know if this is
Kind of a Mad
magician
Hatter
hat.
hat.
It's more of a Alice in Wonderland.
That's it.
That's true. Oh, that's the white rabbit. See,
Yeah.
I was thinking it's like a magician hat with a rabbit. I get it. Yeah.
Well, Mark is
I'm slow.
Mark is a good friend
That's
and client of AM870 and Salem Communications. He actually has tower space on one of our Salem radio antennas and on Red Mountain in Ventura. Tell folks what you do. Explain to our listeners what your company does.
Well, we provide wide area two-way radio communications. We operate a digital radio network that has coverage from Paso Robles to the Mexican border and from the Pacific Ocean out to St. George, Utah. We go up the Eastern Sierras all the way to Bridgeport currently, trying to make our way up to Reno. Still working on that part of it. We do go out into the Coachella and Imperial Valley and all the way out to Yuma, Arizona. We also cover central and southern Nevada. So
Wow.
If you've got some kind of event, if you're dealing with a marathon or if you're dealing with a bicycle race, Ironman, we do red carpet events. We're working right now at the People's Choice Awards as we speak. We have equipment out there.
And this is fantastic. So people can come to you. They have an event. You can help them get their communications needs met. And you've got this huge service area. So we're talking about from the smallest, most contained event. And I don't mean to say that the People's Choice Awards are small and contained, but certainly they're in a smaller space. But you can do those large spread out events like marathons, triathlons, where you're looking at miles and miles and miles of coverage.
Well, yeah, we do a lot of the larger events. For instance, Ciclavia is one of our events that we do, and they close off a street and turn it into a, I guess you call it an area where it's all pedestrian traffic, bicycling. I guess some people are on skateboards, and it's an all-day event. and it's spread out over about 10 miles.
Right.
And you use your typical two-way radio, you can't get that kind of distance reliably in the city under certain circumstances if you were out on the salt flats,
Right.
for instance,
Mhm.
you could get that distance fairly reliably. But with all the buildings and trees and other obstructions in the city and the fact that there's terrain elevation changes, you can't get that kind of distance reliably. So it takes a network of relay stations to be able to provide that communications over the longer distances.
You're on towers. You have
Yeah.
towers all over Southern California where you have these relay systems, and it's a digital network.
Yeah, it's all digital.
And
Pure
so
digital.
anybody talking on some sort of a handy-talkie, walkie-talkie through your network can talk clearly from the Mexican border all the way up the state into Nevada.
Yeah, and what's different about this than cellular is that you can talk to many people at once. If you have a group of 100 people and you need to talk to them all at once, you can do so. Or if you need to talk to them one at a time for privacy, you can do that too.
Do we get code names?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so what would our code names be?
Yeah, make up our code names. What would I be in? You know,
Okay.
like-
Well, your code name is Larry Moreno,
okay, that's kind of good.
and your code name is Jennifer Horn.
Come on, Mark. We're looking for creative. I don't know. I was thinking elf or something like that since we're doing
Yeah.
Christmas. Now, Mark, I was told, now what's really cool is that, and this doesn't happen in every toy drive, but you have been so awesome that you've set up a thank you table inside. It's got all of these gifts. So when people are dropping off toys, they get to select
Very
something
impressive.
from the table. So I heard, because there's a little wine on that table, I heard that I'm supposed to ask you about your favorite old man wine.
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but I do what I'm told. So what does that mean?
What is your favorite old man wine?
And is there such a
it's
thing as an old
It's
man
a new wine that was developed for elderly people,
Oh, real? Okay.
and it's called Pinot Noir.
Ouch. But bum.
Hold on a second. I think do we have
We have
something for that?
anything,
Oh my
that
gosh. We don't have a rim shot, but we've got that. It's our joke for the day.
That's going to end up on the highlight reel.
Yeah. More. I like that. That's pretty good. And you obviously seem to be kind of like a wine guy, though. You've got, it looks.
Absolutely not.
No?
No.
I am the original wine barbarian.
What is that?
You were out here this morning bringing something to put in the coffee.
Well, that was spiked eggnog.
Oh, okay.
So it's great that we have the California Highway Patrol out here, because we're going to talk about how it's better to call an Uber and a Lyft
Right.
than get in your car when you've got spiked eggnog.
They can do a sobriety check.
But yeah, maybe we could
on
do.
Jen and
Yeah, could we
Can we
do
do
a
that?
little sobriety check and just see how everybody's.
bring
All
the
right,
no-
good.
finger onto the nose.
We'll
like
get
that.
Santa. Maybe we should test him out. I think his nose looks a little
Has he
red.
been
if you know
celebrating
what I
a little
mean.
early?
Yeah. So we'll do some field sobriety tests here in just a few moments. Mark Abrams, how do people get in touch with Mobile Relay Associates?
Well, you can find us on the web under MRA-Raycom, spelled RAYCOM.com, or you can call us on the phone at 800-822-3500.
Give it to us one more time. So give us that phone number.
800
Yep.
822-3500.
And the website?
MRA-Raycom, RAYCOM.